there couldn't be a bigger red flag on the earth. What is this? He says that he loves me and does not want to break up. He love you? Girl, he love you? What? I would have busted it. And she gonna be fighting for her life in this relationship. And you know what? Someone has to, because he's not. Oh! Heidi, hi. Welcome back to The Good, The Bad, The Ugly Reddit Relationship Advice. I'm Jonathan Alsop, and let's get started. Let's see what's on the subreddit today. My boyfriend doesn't find me attractive. Break up ? You know what's funny about these? They gaslight themselves into thinking this might not be an issue, but I just want to see if it could possibly be, when there couldn't be a bigger red flag on the earth. Actually, that is not true. I've seen bigger. I've felt for bigger. So who am I to judge? Well, it's my video. I can do what I want. All right, so boyfriend who's 30 years old doesn't find me attractive. Should we break up? My boyfriend has a crisis. He has the crisis? Okay. Sis, don't get lost, my sister. Every time he sees someone more attractive than me. Is there someone here whose relationship survived that? I'm gonna say probably not. Okay, my boyfriend and I, she is 29 female, have been dating for 1 year. I am his first everything, while I have had a couple of serious relationships before. The problem? While using his tablet in May, it's always the tablet and or the cell phone, I noticed a recent Google search. Why do I find my partner unattractive? He ain't even use incognito tab. He wanted you to find out. Okay. This shocked me because I had yeah, that's just so interesting to put in a search engine. I guess he was curious. Okay. Let's continue. This shocked me because I have never heard that I was unattractive. I'm not overweight, have nice boobs and a butt and a small waist. Well, that doesn't, attractiveness doesn't have to be about physical, but understood. You're saying it's not my body. My face is symmetrical and I have clear skin, which is always a plus. I'd say I am a 7 on a scale from 1 to 10. All right. Also, we have a lot of sex, 5 times a week. So you're saying I'm giving him the good. All right, we talked about it, and he explained that he always compared me to other women he saw. Mostly, I would come out on top. However, not always. That's a dangerous game to play, okay? And these incidences scared him. I told him that it was completely fine to find others attractive, and we kind of patched our relationship up. See, so that's interesting, because I feel like that's we'll wait. On Sunday, he told me that he had the same problem again, that he saw a woman that was more attractive than me. This put him in a crisis again. I don't even want to give you advice because you're not going to take it. Girl, you out here gaslight central. Well, he's in crisis. And it's hard for him because he thinks other people are prettier than me. And as if... And you have not mentioned any emotional connection there. And what? Let me finish this damn thing. He told me that he can sometimes only see my unattractive traits, like little lines around my eyes, unbrushed hair, or bloaty belly after eating. Leave him! What is this? He says that he loves me and does not want to break up. He love you? Girl, he love you? Survey says. All right, so going back again. He says that he loves me and does not want to break up. However, now I always feel like shit if I am not dolled up. My question now, did anybody experience something similar? Did your relationship survive? I'm actually going to look at the comments for this one. For 2 reasons. Well, first of all, my opinion, you need to leave him and then you need to go to a psychiatric ward because you done lost your damn mind, girl. It's hard. What? would have bussy. So basically, I'm seeing a lot of comments, and they're all saying the same thing about like he is the problem, and you shouldn't be concerned about how he is unable to like deal with this whole situation of himself. And the OP is like, well, I did just lose 10 pounds. She ain't gonna listen. I told you, I called it. She just gonna be with him, and she gonna be fighting for her life in this relationship. And you know what? Someone has to, because he's not. Oh! Next one. My boyfriend expects me to do majority of the housework, even though I work double his hours. How do I resolve this without an argument? Oh, this is actually long. So I'm not reading this one, but my advice to you is going to be leave him, okay? I think, look, if you're going on Reddit asking for advice, the answer is probably leave the person. And it's not even, it says my boyfriend. So it's not like your husband and like, we trying to, background, been together for 7 years. You're 30, he's 38, and he ain't popped the question at 38? 7 years? If I walk like a duck and it sound like a broken man that's not trying to marry you. And maybe you don't want that, but you want something because you're on Reddit posting about it. So that's for you and Jesus and your therapist. And or whoever you look to for advice. And hopefully it ain't your man. Bam! All right, maybe we'll just have one more because this is a lot. Should I, 27-year-old male, tell my brother John, 34-year-old male, that I slept with his new fiance Mary, 31-year-old female, 8 years ago? The title is pretty self-explanatory, but for a bit of more details, we used to sleep together for about 4 months until it fizzled out on its own. There were no lingering feelings on either side, and we were never in a relationship. My brother introduced her to me a few days ago at a family gathering. I had not seen him in over a year. We both recognized each other immediately, but kept quiet. Heard. Yeah, you gotta regroup and figure out the strategy. Mary asked to meet me today, where she asked me not to tell John. Okay, yeah, because I was, okay. She was very calm and mature about the situation and said she understood if I felt I must tell him. I told her I have not decided yet, but promised I would tell her my decision before doing anything. Yeah, because I was like, y'all got to decide together, and like, who's going to tell who first? Like, is it better to come from her because she wants to be honest with you, but then you're the brother? We're saying like we both talked to each other and obviously wanted to tell you, and I wanted to come from you. This was so long ago. I mean, if I was the brother, I'd probably break up with her because I don't know if I could do with that. Which is probably why she's like, yo, don't say nothing because I really like him. And clearly she has something for this family. And there's also a part that lists a few considerations to have a better understanding of the situation. There's like 4 points, and I'll summarize them. Point 1, there's no risk of anything ever happening between him and Mary. The feelings between them are like completely gone. It was so long ago. They don't live in the same city. There's no fear of that. Point number 2, there are people that know that they used to date each other for a little bit. So it's like they're afraid that someone will tell the brother John before either of them get to, which is obviously not ideal for both of them. Point 3 is that John, his brother, has a lot of resentment towards him because the OP has just done really well in life, so he doesn't want to feel like, oh man, this is another thing that my brother took away from him, because I think they're in the process of mending their relationship. And Mary is only his second relationship in his life. And point 4, he just feels like it's unethical to not tell him, which I agree and I understand. It's actually like very tricky. I absolutely think you should tell him. And I think it should come from you, especially if you're like trying to work through your relationship. Also, if you already don't like you, so what's another thing to the list? But it could also, especially coming from a place of like kindness and awareness, like I just want you to know that like I think that if it is received well, and if it's presented well, it might be received well. So there's that. And also it could be like, oh, maybe this is the way I win. Like I got the girl over him, and you just play into that. You would say, yeah, you're right. I was trash and you're not. And you know, maybe that is the foot into the deeper relationship. Who's to say? Not I. But that was enough ratchetness for the day. So thank you once again for joining me for the good, the bad, the ugly Reddit relationship advice, or whatever title I give it, because it's a different one every video. Love y'all. See you later.